Reducers, activators, ready to spray, single stage. If you are new to painting, then the options you have may be a little overwhelming. We want to chat with you about our OEM paint system and make sure purchasing paint is as easy as possible, even for beginners or DIYers. To get started with OEM paint, head over to Eastwood.com and find the Auto Paints and Equipment section. There, you can select OEM or pre-mixed. We'll do the OEM Select. Now you can search by year, make, model, or directly by paint code. For this example, we're going to enter a paint code. I'm searching for 777 for the first one. It pops up with a couple options. I know I'm replicating a Kawasaki color, so I went ahead and clicked on that option. Next, you'll be prompted by two things: paint type and size. Here you have the option for ready to spray, unreduced, and single stage in a gallon, quart, and pint sizes. We even have aerosol cans available. Ready to spray is a complete base coat. It's pre-mixed with reducer and literally ready to spray right out of the can. This is a great option for beginners who don't want to mess with mixing paint and reducer. Ready to spray still needs to be top coated with a clear coat. Unreduced paint is a concentrated option. You must purchase reducer separately for this one. The benefit of this is that you can mix it yourself, perfecting the paint consistency to individual preference. Painters with more experience might prefer this. This also needs to be top coated with a clear coat. Single stage is a true all-in-one system and really a favorite product of many DIYers. Think of single stage like a base coat and clear coat all in one. Ready to spray and unreduced need to be top coated with a clear coat. Single stage does not need a clear coat, making it much easier for a beginner to spray. However, the downside to single stage is often less depth and complexity in the finish. Although, that might not be a worry for many beginners, and you might find single stage finishes to be perfect for your project. I did mention aerosol. This is only available in our ready to spray cans, so a clear coat will always be needed. Don't worry though, our 2K Aerospray clear coats make for a great option, and word on the street is we're even testing some single stages in a can, so stay tuned for that. Once you decide on what type to use, then you simply select the amount. I'll select 1 gallon of ready to spray and then hit the next button. Thought we were done, didn't you? Well, you kinda are. Typically, a base clear paint job will need just that, a base coat and then a clear coat. Some coats out there will be known as a tri-coat, multi-stage, or pearls. You'll see the term tri-coat on the Eastwood website. These need a ground or undercoat, then a mid-coat, then a clear coat. This color, 777, requires 1 undercoat. So to make sure we get the correct result, we'll get a gallon of that as well. Now the process is no different. Select your size and type of paint. So I will go with a ready to spray in a gallon for the next option, making sure to match the same paint I chose on the first one. So ready to spray, ready to spray. Remember when we mentioned reducer? Well, now's the time you have to add it to your cart. Now reducer is not required for use with ready to spray base coat, but can be added depending on your specific needs, such as weather and your spraying conditions. Adding up to 10% reducer can help the paint flow out more if you need it. Now, when choosing a reducer, you do have to match the speed of the reducer with the environment you're spraying in. Reducer affects the speed of which the paint dries. Temperature is also a major factor, so if you're in a hot environment, a slow reducer would help because it allows for more flow. We offer medium and slow depending on your conditions. If you plan to go with a single stage, then you will need an activator as opposed to a reducer. Again, only use an activator with the single stage urethanes. You will also need to pick a speed for this. The same thought process applies. The hotter the environment, the slower you want the activator. The last thing you need to consider is which clear coat to use, such as our show car 4-to-1 clear. We have a couple options if you're spraying ready to spray or unreduced base coat. However, no matter which option you go with, you will need a clear coat for them. Again, if you choose single stage, then you do not need a clear coat. Now, one thing we wanted to note before we wrapped up is that while we have over 75,000 colors available, you may not find the color on our site. If that's the case, you can submit a form right on our site with the color code, and we have a team of chemists that will work on creating that code just for you. So even if we don't have it, we can get it. Well, there's a brief overview of the OEM paint line. We are constantly expanding our paint options and have more colors and equipment coming out every month. For more information on OEM paint or any other paint equipment we offer, head over to Eastwood.com.